Okay, we got the notes for graphing quadratics. So important information, when you graph quadratics, you first have to locate our vertex. So that's at the point h comma k. So once again, formulas to find the values of h and k. So h is negative b over 2a, k c minus a squared, or you can find k just by plugging h back into your original standard form equation. The y value comes out. So the shape of the parabola depends on the value of a. To find more points, you move a horizontal distance from the vertex and then move vertically the square of the horizontal distance. So what that means is that if for every one step I go left, I'd go one step, or sorry, right, I'd go one step up because 1 is squared is 1. So if you want to think about this, so your left or right, 1, your vertical change will be 1 because 1 squared is 1. So if I go 2 steps to the left or right, I have to go up 4 steps. 3 would be 9, 4 would be 16. And all of these steps are based off of where the vertex is. This is left or right from one space from the vertex. Now, this is if a is positive. The only difference if a is negative is that you are going down instead, but the same number of steps. If you prefer to use the t-table, we have this little guide. So if you notice, the y values change by the square of the change over here. So this change is 2, the square is 4. Change is 1, the square is 1. It's easier to use the rules over here, but if you prefer the t-table, you could do that both ways. Okay, so let's look at some examples. So for number 1, graph the following parabolas, 5 points including the roots and the vertex. So the first thing I need to find is value for h. So that's going to be negative b, so negative 10 over 2a. So negative, 10 over 2, or negative 5. So to find our k value, we'll just do the plug back in method. So that's going to be negative 5 squared plus 10 times negative 5 plus 21. So 25 minus 50 plus 21. So that's going to be 46 minus 50. So that's negative 4. So the first point we plot is negative 5 comma negative 4. Now, because our a value is positive, we're going to go up. So for every horizontal step we take the square in the vertical direction. So 1 over 1 squared is 1, come up 1. And that's the same thing on both the left and the right. So if I go over 2, I have to go up 1, 2, 3, 4. And then there's my 5 points, including the vertex here and the intercepts here and here. All right, so for the second one, once again, find the value of h. So negative b over 2 times a. So negative 12 over negative 2, so 6. So to find k, just plug that back in. So negative 6 squared. Notice that the negative is outside. It's not the negative x that's being squared, it's just the x. So the negative sits outside the parentheses. Plus 12 times 6 minus 35. So negative 36 plus 72 minus 35. So that's negative 71. So 72 minus 71 is just 1. So over 6 up 1. So now our a value here is negative. So when we do our vertical steps, we're going down. So over 1, the square of 1 is down. So same thing on the left-hand side. If I go over 2, I go down 1, 2, 3, 4, because 2 squared is 4. Over 2, down 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's my 5 points. Whoops. There we go. Including the vertex and the intercepts. All right, so number 3. Start with h. So negative b would be negative negative 6. 2a would be 2 times 1, so that's 6 over 2, or 3. So to find our value for k, so 3 squared minus 6 times 3 plus 5, 9 minus 18 plus 5. Oh, that'd be negative 9 plus 5, so negative 4. So 3 comma negative 4 is where we start. So positive a value, so we're going up. So over 1 up 1 squared is 1. Same thing on the other side. Over 2 up 4, 2 squared is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. So there's my 2 intercepts, there's my vertex. That's. All right, so number 4. Find h first. Negative b, 2a. So 6 over negative 2 is negative 3. So to find k, plug that back in. So negative 3 squared minus 6 times negative 3 minus 8. So that's -9 plus 18 minus 8. Let's see here. So that's going to be 10, -9 plus 10, just be 1. So -3 comma 1. So this guy's going to open down, so over 1, down 1, over 1, and then 1 squared is 1, over 2, down 1, 2, 3, 4, same thing on the other side, over 2, the square of 2 is 4. So there's my 5 points, including the vertex and the intercepts. Okay, let's look at 5 and 6 are our last ones here. So negative, h equals, so negative b, 2 times a, so -4 over -2 would be +2. So for k, negative 2 squared plus 4 times 2 plus 5. So that's -4 plus 8 plus 5, so that would be 9. So 2 comma 9 would be way up here. All right, so this one we're going to have to be a little bit careful over because our point is so far away. So over 1, down 1, because it's negative here and here. But if we went over 2, down 1, 2, 3, 4, we don't have the right number of points because we need both the vertex and the intercepts. And going over 2, down 4 doesn't give me my intercepts. So I have to skip that one and do over 1, 2, 3, down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, because 3 squared is 9. So same thing over here, skip over 1, 1, 2, 3, and down 9 would be here. So since I have to mark the intercepts, I don't want to use the over 2 up or down 4s because that does not give me the points I need. It will give me points on the parabola, I can draw it, but I don't have all the points that I need. So here, negative b over 2a, so that's 10 over -2 or -5. So for k, negative 5 squared minus 10 times -5 minus 24. So that's -25 plus 50 minus 24 is just 1. So -5 comma 1. So this guy's going to open down, so over 1, down 1, over 1, down 1, over 2, down 1, 2, 3, 4, over 2, down 4. And that gives, me my 5 points. Vertex and the intercepts are included. And that brings us into the section.